Okay. And
but I'm big motherfucking goddamn country. That's who I am.
That's big motherfucking country.
And then when you just be like a bling,
ding. Do it again. Ain't got the brothers. And over here, Quest07. What's up, man? The world wants to know right now, man. How are you sleeping?
Sleeping good.
Yeah, I've been watching them commercials too. I'm like, man, I need to get one in bed.
Don't you sleep? Oh my God, what's the sleep number?
They got a new one. They got a new sleep number bed commercial.
But yo, Quest07, you saw the video with Heather D. What's her name?
Heather D. Hill.
Heather D. Hill said there was no gentleman. Just to, backtrack or whatever. She went to some type of orientation for the military.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and she noticed when she went in there, the guys were in chairs, and some of the women didn't have any chairs, and she basically was like, "What happened to the gentleman? Where is the chivalry?" What did you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a few different things. Number one, it's another example of single parenting. These men raised by single women.
Yeah.
Most females think about themselves. So to me, that's a direct connection to why those.
Yeah, they teach them how to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of in their own little world. Yeah, and another one is women are independent. They're strong, independent women.
So they say.
They say every day how we're equal. They don't need us. They're independent. They don't need a man. Whatever. So it is what it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what women. This is what they shoot for. So hey, you got it. So you can't come back and complain now that men are not gentlemen or doing gentleman-like things now when you remind us every day how much you don't need us.
So you know what I see with women like Heather D. Hill, she seems like a pretty upstanding female. I follow her on Instagram.
She seems well-rounded.
Yeah, but here's the thing about her. I think she's narcissistic in the way that she thinks everybody thinks and acts like her. Like I feel like a lot of women think like that. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys say about that?
I've been trying to figure out that I couldn't figure it out, but I ain't really been dealing with. But somebody want me to deal with them. I'm like, I can't put a finger on what the hell is wrong with this person. And it's just like you just said, it's just narcissistic. I'm like,
most of them are self-absorbed, man.
Yeah, it's self-absorbed, and then I try to explain. Like
you gotta explain what is self. Since you said it, what is self-absorbed?
I mean, they're so caught up in their feelings, or in their illusion as far as how they want things to be, and it all seems to be predicated on what they think or what they feel alone. You know what I mean? That kind of makes them self-absorbed, just self-centered.
No truth to it.
Yeah, it's just how
they feel.
Yeah, they completely discount men or whoever else that they're talking to altogether. And in most cases, they probably don't even mean to actually intend on doing it. You know what I mean? But
it's just them.
Yeah, no, it's just a reflex.
I try to explain to females. I can't remember. It was some philosopher. When he explained about you become what you do. And I try to explain to a bunch of females, like, if you keep on hanging around ratchet, bust down ass, backdoor manhandling as females, at some particular point in time through all that, you're gonna not see nothing wrong with their behavior. You're gonna look at the rest of the world like, what the fuck's wrong with y'all?
Right.
All of my people over here do this, that, and the other. So it must be right. It must be correct. So that goes along with them helping them or letting them be comfortable with being self-absorbed. These females, they just
hold on. How do they get self-absorbed?
You have to be taught this shit.
I mean, but hold on. There's got to be some type of support there. I mean, they made it to adults like this.
No, and I explain it like this all the time. Because I hate it. I grew up in a rough area. And I hung out with some rough people. Not that I didn't have, a good family, or they were trying to keep me out of trouble, because they moved me around a lot to keep me out of trouble. I lived all over the damn south side of Chicago, trying to keep myself out of, family trying to keep me out of trouble. So, if you raised a certain type of way, that's how you raised. You don't know no better. I got family that live on the west side that don't even leave off the west side. And when they do, they act like they're on another planet. So, that's all they know. My thing is, when you become when you're born, you have a clean slate. You don't know shit.
Until who?
Until somebody fills you up with whatever the hell, you don't know nothing. But like I tell people all the time, when everybody come with the excuses and everything, I'm like, everybody dreams big. I don't care who you are, I don't care what color you are, so I don't want to hear all of this, how we live, man, and this, how...
No, I'm gonna sell.
Everybody.
I'm gonna sell bricks, nigga. I'm gonna make it.
Oh, that's fine. You can sell bricks and make.
That's my dream.
Which bricks you talking? Not the masonries. Okay.
Not the masonries.
No, it really don't. No, it don't matter. Whatever.
Brick booties or brick drugs.
But when you be when you
was like no, I ain't got nothing to add to that.
When you become an adult and you start having life experiences yourself, we don't stop learning. These life experiences teach you not to keep on being this fucking type of way.
It should, yeah.
It should. It should. So you get these females, and I need to straight up honest, I need at least 5 females that can be completely honest, because I need to know me. And Legend was talking about
5 of them.
Just give me like 5.
On the planet Earth.
I don't understand how women, you could consistently pick a couch riding, no good ass dude over and over and over again, and keep on expecting some type of result. I have a couple female friends that keep dating married men. Why do you think this is going to work?
That's who they are.
Why? What in your brain tells you that he loves me and he's going to leave his whole fucking family for me? Because I have the best vagina on earth. I mean, that's the only thing I can break it down to.
Right, yeah.
That's really the only thing I can break it down to.
But I mean, that goes on.
That's the only thing that makes sense, because you cannot psychologically be like, yeah, he loves me, he gonna leave his... Ain't no man, unless his wife physically be like, get out. Ain't no man leaving his wife.
Hold on, Quest. Now we all heard about the situation with the judge and old girl who was taking her baby daddy to child support court, ended up getting pregnant by the judge.
Right. What?
Yeah. Okay, I'll break it down to you. What happened was a chick went ahead and brought her baby daddy to child support court. You know what I'm saying? And the judge fell in love with the girl. You know what I'm saying? And end up was fucking the girl, and they end up texting each other, Gmail or whatever. Like, we gonna set this nigga up like this and get this dough. And then he's married, by the way. He's married.
The judge was, yeah.
Yeah. And all of a sudden she became pregnant. And then it all of a sudden became an extortion move. Like, yo, I'm not getting rid of the baby unless...
How can you logically deduce in a situation like that, like you're gonna come the fuck out on top of this?
Some people are stupid, man.
I can't grasp hold of that. I can't grasp hold of that
because you're not stupid. That's why.
No, just for the simple fact that if I can see a motherfucker put on clothes, tie their shoes, and come outside, they got enough fucking know-how to be able to grasp hold of, I'm not gonna fuck this judge because at some particular point in time, this shit is gonna fucking fall apart.
No, it's a money move.
Go
ahead. You saw the shit. Let Quest
I understand. Wait, real quick. I understand it's a money move, and females do this shit all the fucking time. That's why you got all these women killing all these kids. They do it for the money. They do all type of shit for the money. Yeah. They don't want to do shit. These women don't want to do a goddamn thing. No. But I'm gonna explain life like the feds. You think the feds ain't coming? Cause you did some shit 10 years ago? And you like, 10 years went by, I'm cool. Let me explain to you how the feds work and how life works.
Oh, shit.
relate it to karma, or you can relate it to you just can't do bad to people and not expect the shit to come back. And then we're gonna call this shit the feds. You okay? You did whatever your dirt is. 10 years go by, you been smooth sailing. You like, I'm cool, everything's all right. Next thing you know, it's also, you gotta understand the feds ain't the cops. The cops will come get you and try to sweat some shit out you. When the feds coming,
they already got you.
They got what they need. They got what they need to lock you the fuck up.
Right.
And that's how life is. You can't keep on doing dumbass shit and the feds is coming.
They coming, dog.
The fucking feds is coming, especially in a situation like this. You gonna fuck a judge, and then at some point in time, females, I don't know why. Look, embrace that you are emotional, so you can understand that when you fuck somebody, little do you know, this is why sex is important in marriage, and this is why you're not supposed to have sex with anybody until you are married. When you have sex with somebody, there's a chemical that is released into your medulla oblongata that forms attachment.
Yeah.
You can't beat it. Females always, if a man can do this, man can do that, man can do that, man. Female always doing that shit. You can't. At some particular point in time, your feelings are going to catch up to you and everything's going to crash the fuck down. The feds is coming. The feds is coming.
Yeah.
They coming.
What'd you say about it, Quest? You brought that shit to the table.
Yeah.
What did you see?
It was a money move, man. Clearly, I mean, the chicks saw.
But I mean, they bringing souls, actual people into existence.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I mean,
damn.
It kind of ties into what Big Country was saying earlier. He can't fathom why women will consistently date married men or just do what the fuck they do because they don't care. I mean, for a while when we first started doing the show, we gave them too much credit. You know what I mean? We thought that women were actually just making bad choices, but now we know that it's a fucking female.
God damn it.
They've had plenty of good men.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's all about the money, the dollar. And we have a few ways on how to get that truth out of them. You know what I mean? Like, when you're talking to a woman, you're asking straight up, how come you don't approach men? She'll give you a ton of excuses. But like we talk about all the time, they fax resumes to us all the time. You know what I mean? All your personal information, whatever. And they'll tell you, well, that's important. That's money.
Bing. Red flag.
You know what I mean? Companionship isn't. Whatever. Like when you look at someone's life, like we always say, man, you can tell what they deem important. They truly don't care. That's why when the consequences come out, they know the government is there to get.
But I'm saying, remember
what he just said with that, like my grandmother said back in the 80s. He just said the government is there. Yep. If you're a white man or a black woman, and you just can't be set, you can't make it. And I didn't bring in white women because they're raised in the proper environment. They know their role. I hate to say that shit, morals. But they have morals and they know their role in society. It's not to know their role with a man. They don't try to step outside of that shit. They being a woman, they being a mom and all that shit. Yeah. And they cool with that. Females out here, a man can do, I can do, and the man can. Shut up! Female trying to get in the NFL to be a ref.
Unofficial.
I can't wait to see what happens when this motherfucker get knocked the fuck out.
That shit go viral.
This shit is real fucking simple. Your body ain't built like mine. Your body can't take the type of pressure.
Is that your fault? That's no man's fault for saying that, right?
It ain't. Look, this is none of us. This was the shit that we were. This is our guidelines for life. Okay, the man. All right, we gonna. God say, all right, I'm gonna sculpt you. I'm gonna make you be able to tow a truck with your back. You seen Carl? If it ain't nobody seen it, y'all ever seen somebody plow a field? Watch Carl Malone video. I want females.
He did it.
Yeah, he did it. Y'all do that shit. I want to see a female get out there with a fucking shit strapped to her ass.
They're not gonna do it. Can't do it, man.
And get out there and plow a whole fucking acres of.
And you're gonna get your respect. You do that. You're gonna get your respect.
Yeah, you get my respect. You can have it. You can have it. Old girl from the UFC, the white chick that be fucking laying niggas out. She can have my respect until she and just a little bit.
But those that don't get respect,
she got to fight a dude though. She got to fight a dude.
She's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
I know she's gonna get knocked out, but she gotta do it.
Live it up. Hey, live it up, girl.
You gotta go
It's going in.
You gotta go full fledged. You can't throw in the woman card, which is all what these women do.
Yep.
With this cake, they want the cake and eat it too. You oh man can, if a man can do this, then a woman can. And then when shit start not going the way you feel, here you go crying.
Yeah.
Here you go, I'm a woman.
To me, man, it's like,
and you supposed to be a man, and you supposed to do this.
To me, it's a comprehension issue too, because I mean, females, they're so stuck on this gender shit. Like, they just want to give their opinion about whatever, whenever. I mean, we could be sitting here talking about how it feels to piss out of a dick, and a female will jump up and give an opinion about it.
Yep.
How can you? You know what I mean? Like, most of the discussions that we have on our page, it's man shit.
Right.
Like, you have to be a man in order to give an opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Females all day long.
You would think,
it's like, how can you give an opinion? You're not a guy. You've never been a guy before in your life.
when we first started the show, it was because we was saying what we thought what was true. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women cannot have a type of idea or opinion on what we're saying. If we're saying it, it's because we experienced it as a man, right?
Right.
So, I don't know, but you know, if you look at the Facebook page, you know, it's a lot of women that come there. It seems like it's fun to them to go ahead and break up. What the fuck we saying? It's not no type. When we, like you said, when we first started, we was naive. We gave them too much credit. You know what I'm saying? We thought that, hey, they're just making bad decisions. They're missing the guy, you know, that they're supposed to be with, because there's these bad guys out here that's tricking them. You know what I'm saying? But then as we kind of went on, when those women went in on us, and the guys who are the good guys, the guys who are ready to be the fathers, the guys who are ready to be the good husbands, were like, yo, BMV is the shit. We not getting chosen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when shit kind of blew the fuck up, man.
Yeah, I mean, I try to tell them all the time, like, as a female, whenever they speak out, all they can do is expose themselves for who they are. Like,
yeah, I know, I love it.
Because
I love it to fucking
death. Because men, we're reflective. So whenever a woman talks, she's always going to talk about how she feels.
Yep.
Or she's always going to say
that reflective shit, though.
Yeah, she's always going to say, well, I can only speak for me.
I'm saying, as men being reflective, they're always going to do what works for them and their objective, right?
Well, yeah, men have basically we're reactive to women.
Survival skills.
Yeah, I mean,
if you put us on an island.
Here we go. Highly evolved defense mechanisms.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna call that.
Okay.
So when women talk, they don't realize that they are exposing themselves for who they are. So whenever a female talks about men only want this, men only want that, blah blah blah, she's identifying. Yeah, she's identifying who she is, and she doesn't realize that men are simply treating her accordingly.
Right.
That's
and
my
she
thing.
She tells on herself.
Yeah, and they don't realize it. So when they come out, yap, and guys just sit back like, all right, and they don't understand. You got two type of men. One type of guy's like, yeah, this bitch is stupid. I can't do anything with her. I fuck her until I get tired of her. I'll move on. Another type of guy's like, I ain't got time for it all together.
Right. Yeah.
Screw you.
So Heather, this is why.
Yeah, I mean,
this is why, and not.
But you know what? Heather seems very intelligent.
No, she is.
I find it hard to believe that women. Look, other countries know. so how can you not know what's going on in your own backyard? Yes. I mean, come on.
Everybody else outside of this continent.
Yeah, it's a product of single parenting, kids being raised illegitimately. This is what happens. Feminism, independence, and all this shit comes into play.
Yeah.
Here's the consequence.
This is the consequence.
Here is the result. And women, because they go hard and hard and hard at it. You have females that will argue you up and down that they can achieve more than what a two-parent home can achieve being a parent on their own.
And ain't nothing in the history of man has ever shown that to be ever the case.
It's like,
they
really,
still go hard.
I'm gonna tell you, people like Steve Harvey, they're either very smart or very stupid. And the reason why I say that is because he's a businessman. I mean, there are billions of dollars tied up in stupidity.
I call it delusion.
Yeah,
support.
It's a lot of money. I mean, basically.
Oh, I know it.
It's capitalization, man. He realizes that, look, I can make a lot of money off these stupid motherfuckers. Just tell them what they want to hear. Yep. And boom, I'm an instant millionaire.
What do they want to hear?
All over again.
Is that exactly what he fucking tell them? And also,
he's a pimp.
And
be specific because they hear.
And he's a pimp. And you got to understand what a lot of people don't know with the Steve Harvey thing. You got to understand his wife. And you
His
know,
third one, fourth,
his third one, but this one in particular.
Bad motherfucker.
You know, she's very nice looking.
I'll be a gardener at that house.
Okay, yeah, I'll be a gardener too. And she going, and he know it.
Yeah,
if he
she
don't
going.
know it, he fucking retarded. Considering her background.
Really though, only
And,
the hustlers and players and.
You know, I hate to pull out certain cards when it comes to certain fucking things, man. But you know, I just so happen to be a tan motherfucker, and you know, I have to, you know, include myself in the community of what we consider to be black folk, African American, whatever, you know, the righteous, whatever, you know, just different tiers of fucking koofy niggas and all type of shit. And it pisses me the fuck off. Dudes like this fueling this fire. Yes, we see you have your wife, and yes, we know what she looks like, and we know you know her background, and you trying to do whatever it is that you can do to hold on to this motherfucker because you're 900 years old. You gonna wear as many pink shirts as possible. Demasculate yourself.
Yep.
Demasculate yourself to the fullest extent that you can to please your wife.
Yeah, emasculate.
You got Steve Harvey got 3-4 fucking jobs. Or
This
whatever.
motherfucker never had a fine motherfucker in his life.
Yeah, and now he has one.
Right.
So he is fighting tooth and nail to try to keep her. That's why he got all these goddamn jobs.
Yeah, he
but
got.
little does he know is while he out working all these goddamn jobs, somebody giving this chick the high motherfucking heavens somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I mean, the thing is, man, that the shit is. I mean, the shit is so bad because.
Yeah, that's what the dude called on the radio show. I'm sorry, the dude called. And that was his only. He's like, why wouldn't he get a pad? And people was like,
right
on the radio show.
I mean, you have women that confide in Steve Harvey, and whatever he tells them,
they go right. Yep.
To their man.
There'd be thousands of women going to work in the morning. They'd be like, okay, I'm fucking a married man. It's alright. It's his fault that this shit fucked up.
Right.
Exactly. One of my guys called me up with this girl on three-way about a few weeks ago. I was talking to him about a situation, and I told him, you know, because you hear people all the time say arguments, that's normal in couples.
Yeah, right.
That's normal. I'm like, no,
it ain't.
That's dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Clearly. I'm like, I don't understand arguments. And the reason why is because if there ever come a day where your woman doesn't trust what you say, you're no longer in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, does she argue with you when you open the door? No. Does she argue with you when you take her out?
No. Because that's
Yeah,
part of her plan.
I'm like, so she should not argue with you when you are speaking and you're giving your perspective or your guidance or wisdom or whatever. Same deal. I'm like, the only way I can see an argument is if she doesn't trust herself or trust what you're saying, which means that it's no longer a relationship.
Or hold on. Or it's not according to her plan and what she's trying to do.
But that shouldn't
when
matter
when two people are on the same plan, like, yo, we're gonna get together, we're gonna raise these children, we're gonna take them to Disney World.
Right.
Everything you do, everything she do is according to that, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as if you get in a relationship where you're doing whatever she likes and she's like cool, and then you do what you think is right for the future and she like, hold on,
right,
it's something wrong right there.
Exactly.
And that's where arguments come in.
Yeah, and I was telling her, man, I'm like, so it's not the issue. I'm like, forget whatever the issue is. I'm like, that's the real problem. I'm like, you have to ask her and ask yourself, like, what the hell? Like, she should always trust and respect and take heed to what you say as a man because that's your job. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if you say, hey, we're going to Mount Everest. She's supposed to be right there pushing you up the way and supporting you no matter what you do. And he was like, damn, that makes sense. And this girl was just quiet on the phone completely. I'm like, so dude, it ain't the issue, man. There's something else going on. Either she's trying to get an easy way out. You know, you really ain't did shit. She's not a good guy. She's just trying to justify it.
Yeah, she's trying to justify it or I noticed this with females. Females will try to set a situation up for future whatever they
Exactly.
have.
Yep.
And which is basically just some bogus shit is going to take place.
Yeah.
Some bogus shit is going to take place, and I tried to explain to somebody I was dealing with before. I'm like, I'm not fucking coming to the crib after dealing with the world, and I gotta arm wrestle you. We gotta have verbal sparring about whatever the hell. If I say something,
that's some bullshit. Why you ain't take out the garbage?
I can't. We was having an argument, and she asked me why about something. I said, 'cause I fucking said so.
Pretty much.
Where else is this going? I said, this is what I said. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
It's just that.
A lot of women in general are gonna have a problem with that.
I completely understand that because females will try to, and it's due to the Steve Harvey type of individuals why females are sitting up here questioning 50 million things like they fucking 6 years old, like they're a child. Child's are 6 years old. Why this do this that? Why this do this that and the other? And you have to explain to them because they don't know.
Right, but these are grown.
These are grown motherfucking people. I'm in a relationship. I'm in a marriage. We discussing whatever the hell, and I say this is how this is going to operate or whatever it is. That's it.
That's what it is.
That's it.
But hold on.
She
can give you some reasons why she think not.
I don't give a flying dog shit what reasons she's bringing to the table.
Would you consider those reasons?
I am not considering shit. If we're having a discussion about something, obviously she don't even know what the fuck to do with the situation. This is why we're having a discussion.
Okay,
she bring it to me. My neurons are fucking, so I come up with the shit. That's it.
But I mean, hold on. I'm gonna go.
I understand that. I've been meaning to say this for a long time. The world has been sculpted by white dudes and black women. So now we have to operate. We have to be forced to operate as a two-person fucking whatever the hell. We have no choice now. But when it comes to certain fucking, and you try to be patient with these females because they're just fucking stupid, and they get a bib and a bottle and fucking burp them and all type of shit, and at the same time they strong as a fucking building, and you try to include that shit, but I've been in situations I'm not prone to this. I try to listen and be whatever the hell. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. No, it's not a fucking good idea. Females, most people don't understand. Female brain don't go past maybe 3 feet. Mm-hmm. And what I'm saying is, for people that don't get it, the females have the same fucking ideas for the whole they whole adulthood. I don't know. They ain't got shit else different to bring to the table. They keep on bringing the same goddamn bullshit. So guess what? Being that men are considered to be, hunters and survivors, and we adapt and have highly evolved defense mechanisms, we can come up with something really quickly on how to handle a situation.
And efficient.
It's gonna be
real
efficient.
men do.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to the dude like
they quante.
Every man has a plan. Not to say that it's just as
they quante. We went to the liquor store and we bought these paintings that cost $500 a piece. They've been watching American Porn Stars, so they like, let's take these and flip these, and we can pay rent, right, girl? Get the fuck out of here, man. And females will be like, females will introduce the shit, and the dude will be like, yeah, we can do it. Yeah, hell yeah. That shit is them fucking paintings that Joe Blow the Lover Man to put up in there and had you buy
dumb shit amazes me.
For whatever the hell. And I see people that do this shit and have this fucking type of mentality, and they didn't have it just now. They've been had it, and the shit fails all the time, and it continue. I'm not gonna be in a relationship with somebody and you come to me like, whether I think it's stupid or not, or just not a sound judgment. I listen to it. I'm like, okay, no, that ain't it. This is how we gonna do it. After that, that's it.
Right.
That's it. Don't say shit else. Don't try to.
But hold on. Allow me to play devil's advocate right now. Now we know that like 80% of, we're just guessing 80% because these stats came out 70% like 5 years ago, but it's been going downhill from there. Let's just say 80% of women are running single parent households, calling the shots. And why should they believe you? Why should they believe that you're a good guy? Why?
Well,
why you?
Well, here's the thing. They shouldn't. But at the same time, like Big Country was saying earlier, it gets to a certain... common sense is common sense to some. But...
Man, common sense ain't too common.
Right. And like I always say, some people measure success on the same bar as failure.
Yeah.
You cannot tell someone if they don't realize.
Hold on. You gotta explain that.
Right. If they don't.
How do people measure success on the same
They have their
bar?
own personal agenda. Some people have very, very little ambition.
So name an instance where somebody thinks they won when they actually lost.
How many women say all the time they've had plenty of successful relationships?
Right.
To me, that's the number one example. It's like a successful relationship ends in a happy marriage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period. Anything less than that, it is not success. But
It's
women
failed.
will argue you up and down. I've had plenty of successful relationships. What the fuck made it successful? Dinner?
They want a free
trip out
dinner.
of town? No, like,
That's pretty much it.
so they have very, very little ambition. But these are prime examples of women who measure success on the same bar as failure. So like you were saying, as far as the single parenting and things like that, they're okay as long as they're able to cut a check and put clothes on their back and go to McDonald's and get their kid.
I explain to people.
They don't understand that this is why the crime
rate.
rate is high. This is why kids are growing up gay. They don't respect anything anymore. It's just all bad.
I don't think they care.
They don't. They
They
really
don't.
Because
The bottom line, it has nothing to do with their agenda. You make sure your kid is babysat either by you or somebody else.
well,
After
if any mother truly loved her child, her number one priority would be to find a husband
Yeah.
every single morning.
Why you say that?
Well, because loving your kid starts with providing the right example, and that starts with the husband and wife.
What is that's the right example?
Yep, showing your kids how to love and how to love someone.
Ain't got shit to do with no
There
job,
is
nothing like that.
there is nothing more important in life.
So you telling me that there are a bunch of females, the majority of females out here, choosing guys based off of shit that doesn't matter?
It's potential. They're choosing it off of potential. Just with like I was saying with a couple cases with and it's been proven now. But a bunch of females argue me down. Well, women, I can't believe women have children for the money and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, now the shit has been proven. This lady killed her kids, put them in a deep freezer, so she could collect the dough.
Yeah, continue to
So the money can still flow.
There was some thought process in there.
There was some,
But it was wrong though.
That came from how she was fucking. Somebody told her when she was born, get money and fuck it. And let me do this. You can date as many men as you want, which means you can fuck as many men as you want.
Yeah, be a whore.
And cry wolf when shit don't work for you, and then everything is cool.
Yeah,
That's what that shit is.
Yeah, these females obviously have been told by their moms and other women that their vagina is the end of all be all. Because whenever you meet a woman, every man has encountered a female at some point who's told him, when you just met, I believe in taking things slow.
Mm-hmm.
And you just met this broad. So what she's insinuating, she's talking about sex. And they don't realize that, look, sex is the easy part. The real connection is when you have a mental connection with someone. That is the hardest shit to break. When you get used to talking to someone every day, it's easy. It's harder to break away from that than you just fucking somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they are so geared.
I don't think they understand that.
They're so geared on sex and like my vagina is the end of all be all. But at the same time, intelligent men, we understand that this is all she has to bring to the table.
Who men? What type of men?
Intelligent men.
That's why
we get it.
When you approach, that's why we have street harassment now. This is why.
Jeez.
And I've been explaining to people. I've been explaining to people. I'm like, you have these recovering whores, and this is what I call it.
Exactly. That is
and I said this.
You gotta explain what.
I'm about to, because I explained to. I was yesterday when I was out. It was a few females and my guy from Mount Portage and shit. And I explained, we was having a discussion. I explained everybody.
Did you take a shower?
Yeah.
You was out in Indiana. Did you wash up?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
And I was explaining exactly that. And when I said recovering whore, everybody fell out at the table laughing because they were like, "What the hell is you talking about?" And I'm like, "You got to understand. You have women. This is their life.
Explain that.
This is their life. They try to fuck their way through. This is what they were taught.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fuck as many people. I can date as many people as I want. I'm single and I don't. Nobody ever said anything about respecting yourself throughout this explanation. So you like, I can date, fuck, and do all type of dirty, whatever the hell shit I want to do because I'm young and I'm single and I'm blah, 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 blah. We've said 50 million times before, if women required men to be astronauts, there would be thugs in space.
Woo!
If don't nobody believe this, there's, things called like trial and error. All companies do it. They'll bring a product out and they see how the public reacts to it, and they're like, okay, this shit don't work. Let's do something else.
Right.
Try it and see.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, this lets you know about the dignity of females. So females, they've tried to cash in on their vagina.
Yep.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work, man.
They thought it was solid gold, and they be like, oh, I thought this situation was gonna be different this time. He told me.
He told me. Oh my God.
Blah 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 blah.
Let's get a T-shirt. He told me.
And I ruined my whole family over this shit. So females get the ones that want gutter into the shit, but the other ones that after they do that so many times, that's their mentality. I gotta fuck as many people as possible. It's just like gambling. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna shake these dice until I get some do with some paper, so I ain't gotta work or do shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I learned to love them.
Wait. Other female mentality is, I know how to not work. I'm gonna have a kid every 3 years so I can spread them out, so the child support will never end. And I got pissed off with the Terrell Owens situation when he had all his baby moms up there. They see this dude is about to be flat fucking busted. He paying, yeah. He is paying. They bring out all the income that he was paying all these females. And then the one last female, she was like, I didn't ask for you taking it. Yep. You taking it. It don't take no $1,000 or more with all this shit to take care of no kid no month, unless this is a special needs child that requires a bunch of medical what have you. It don't take that. Yeah. So all of the bitterness of females going out and whoring themselves out to advance themselves into a better situation is absolutely bullshit. And I'm sick of motherfuckers like Steve Harvey and them, coddling these fucking females.
It's evil.
I'm sick of that shit, man.
It's evil, man. Same thing with Terrence Howard's situation. His ex-wife, who he's been divorced from for 2 years, is trying to get a certain percentage of Empire.
Yeah. She saw that money
divorce
coming
is already
closed,
done for 2 years, and the shit is insane. But the courts don't care, man, because they get commission.
It's too much money and dumbass black ass women.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's too much money. The shit ain't never fucking going away because the shit is too fucking simple to have some fucking standards to this shit. You getting child support? Okay, you have to prove that this money is going to the benefit of this child. Because I don't live in that house. I ain't running up the fucking light bill, the gas bill, or whatever the hell. You got niggas coming over eating up all my baby food or whatever the hell. And why I gotta pay your ass to run your house?
Yep. For being a whore.
And ain't nobody tracking
for being a whore. Ain't nobody
tracking
it. They can't track it because that'll lead back to white dudes pinching off their budget.
Yeah.
They're giving houses away. You get females and paying rent, $20 rent. You see them up in the line. They got some fresh $500 Jordans on. They was in the line with everybody else.
Yeah, the girl the lady who had her kids in the freezer. The reason why they found the kids is because she was being evicted.
Where was the money going?
She was being evicted.
The reason why she hid the
eviction
kids.
officer found the kids in the freezer when he was putting her stuff out.
Why was the reason why she hid the kids instead of
so she can keep the child support?
So she can get money.
Being evicted.
Where did the money go?
Exactly.
Hold on. Is the media asking that?
Nope.
No. Why?
Nope.
Exactly.
Why would you?
Why?
Why would you? Even you'll never see. I feel you. You'll never see women straighten out other women. You just won't see it. I don't care if it's good women or if it's you have the women that's the white women. You can call it how y'all black women like to do in the suburbs or whatever the hell.
Your mom's black.
I know. Yeah. Your mama black. Shut up. Ain't nobody talking about my mama. They ain't gonna say shit. You got the women out in the community. I see it every day. I go on SA's cribs and I be pissed off. I'm like, y'all living comfortable in here, man. The SA, I'm like, man, she pregnant. Look at that, man. She glowing and shit. The crib, she baby. Just the other day. I'm like, man, she looked good. I'm like, and I went in the crib, and it wasn't a bad area, but a not so good area. I went in the house. I'm like, man, fuck y'all, man.
Why we can't have that? Why we can't have that?
The house is clean. The husband, he was going wherever the hell. Probably at work somewhere. Crib was clean. She sitting feeding the baby. She pregnant, glowing and shit. All the beds are fucking made. This food cooking and shit. I'm like, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, fuck. I run into this shit all the fucking time, and it pisses me the fuck off.
I feel
it pisses me the fuck off. I'm just saying, man. It really pisses me off.
I mean, ask him, dog.
I need a spotlight.
Before we get out of here, when you be about your business every day, you know what I'm saying, and you see another family or race with their family,
it pisses me off.
How does it make you feel?
It pisses me off.
Hold on, we know how it feel with you. Quest, how you feel, dude?
I mean,
do you want that?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's what it's all about.
I think that's all about. Hold on, man.
Who don't want the security of not having to gamble their penis?
I mean, it's exactly. I mean, and
shit.
It's become so obvious,
man. That should be a t-shirt.
At the same time, so pathetic. And you ask women a simple question: what man doesn't want to be with his family?
Exactly.
So all this shit that these women are talking, it's all bullshit. When you
Bullshit.
put it into those terms, it's all bullshit. The average woman, she's approached more times in a day than any man is in a lifetime. You know what I mean? So females of age, mid-20s, whatever the hell, you're not married, there's something wrong with your ass. Period.
Somebody lying.
Unless you can say somebody died or some extreme situation, it's clear that you just don't give a fuck. You don't know how to keep a guy, or you just don't give a damn. Really, I mean, it's so obvious to this point. That's why I really don't care to even engage in most conversations with females. I try to address the men. Like, look, you don't have to entertain this bullshit. They are committed to, like you say, misunderstanding you. You know what I mean? So just go, man, to where people understand that 1 + 1 = 2, and people have morals and shit. Because the black community, man, it is done. It's already over.
Yeah.
And
that's what we're about, dog. You know, you see to be black, dog.
Yeah, they don't believe in family, nothing. They don't value that shit, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yo, we gotta end this shit right now, man. Any closing remarks, man?
Hypocrisy. That's
hypocrisy.
That's like my thing. If a female gives herself excuses not to acknowledge you as a guy, whether you're at a bar, grocery store, a gas station, whatever, if she's telling herself or giving herself reasons why she can't come up to you, why she's antisocial, you can never make it with her, in my opinion, because you're dealing with a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And whatever situation that you have, whether you do get with her, it could be a year or 2 or 3 years later, you're dealing with somebody who has a hypocritical mindset.
She would never fuck with you unless you fuck with her.
So it doesn't matter if the situation is about apples and oranges, she's still a hypocrite. Yep. And she still believes that she's entitled to being a hypocrite because that's who she is.
Yep.
They're going to have to rewind that a couple times because that shit was super deep. That shit is 5 years in the future, I think.
It's absolutely true.
That shit is just so simple and plain, and also
it's not simple and plain to a lot of motherfuckers. That's the problem.
It's not, and that is the problem. And
that's why a lot of them are by themselves.
Females like Heather D. Hill and shit. You got to understand when you require respect, and that's how you live your life. That's what you're gonna get. I don't give. You can weigh it on a scale or whatever the heck. If you ain't got this many people, respecting you, then it don't count. Or it could be just this one person. Don't stop. Don't allow bullshit until all these dudes sitting down up at the man. I find myself doing the same shit. Because I'm like, y'all don't deserve a motherfucking thing.
No, hell no.
A fucking white ceiling with the same crack in it that you looking at all the goddamn time.
What difference does it make? Does not make.
That's right. So keep on looking at these white ceilings. I don't mind laying you on your back and letting you look at these white ceilings. Because somebody got to notice the crack is there, so I can fix it. So that is the thing. So you helping me out, kinda. So but that's the thing. But hell, this is the problems. you know, y'all hate to say it because it's gonna include you. These kids have to be raised by somebody to behave this way.
Yep.
And guess what? It's y'all women.
Yep.
And there ain't nobody gonna say it but us in this room.
Right, really though.
And that's it. That's it.
All right, man. Peace out.
Peace.